And this episode of Hattrick Hockey is brought to you by our good friends over at Claru and Son Roofing. These guys are the kings of roofing, Tristan, like we say, the kings of roofing. These
Mhm.
guys last summer alone, over 25,000 bundles of shingles done. They're fully insured. They offer free estimates. The work they do is incredible, and they always get the job done right the first time. So be sure to hit up the boys over at Claru and Son Roofing because, like we always say, when you want your roof done, call Claru and Son, baby.
Mm-hmm.
No time. Woo, woo. And what is going on, everybody out there? All of you beauts and beauties. It is episode number 139 of Hattrick Hockey, which is always brought to you by our good friends over at GL Heritage, the official beer of Hattrick Hockey. Playoffs are in full swing here. The boys are back. As always, inside Windsor Laser Cutting Studios with my buddy Tristan inside Barker Builds. What's up, dude? It's been a little bit since we talked. We got on opposite
Yeah, it
shifts there
has.
for a little bit.
Yeah, it has. Well, you know what? We're kind of moving into summer now, so
Yeah.
that's the nice thing. I'm working pretty much a full-time schedule right now, and in the afternoons when I'm off, I get to hang out with my buddies and stuff. So have a good
Mhm.
time. Start enjoying the summer in the 4 months I have off. So how about yourself? Catching
Uh,
some sun, maybe?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, had a birthday, frickin'
Hey,
that
there's a
was
good
that was
guy. Happy
Friday,
belated
May
birthday.
5th. Thank you. Just kind of went golfing, stuff like that. Spent
How'd you
some
shoot?
time. We played 2-man scrambles,
Okay.
but it's because of frickin' Drew. So Drew's like just starting to play, right? So
Yeah.
we do kind of like scrambles with him, but we're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, like next time you're out, you're playing your own ball. So just to get everybody going again here. But other than that, it's just been work, man. 6 days a week again for well,
Mm-hmm.
who knows how long here, but
Right.
we're in one, but we'll see.
Nice.
In the meantime, before we get into NHL news and the playoffs and the Leafs choking so far,
Yeah. Yeah, they're
so we'll
done.
talk about that. But in the meantime, Lakeshore now headed down, I believe it's Woodstock, right? They're headed into Woodstock now. So
Yes.
each team, they all finished 1-1 after round robin play,
Yeah,
which was kind of weird.
there was.
They all beat each other too, which was like,
That's
so
what happened in the Sutherland Cup round robin too.
yeah,
Everybody beat everybody at least once, so it was like,
yeah.
but it's
So
that's
weird.
what you want to see, right?
Oh yeah,
Parity in
for
the
sure.
league. So that means everyone's kind of equal. It was weird. I think Wellesley opened up,
Mhm.
beat Clarington like 7-5, which was Clarington's first loss of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then Wellesley lost, I think, 4-1 to Lakeshore. But then Lakeshore lost to Stainer,
Yeah.
who got beat by Clarington.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like,
I watched the Stainer game. I will say this. Stainer Siskins are a very good hockey team.
I know they are.
They're very good. I watched. Did you get to see any of the highlights from that game or?
I was kind of tuning in and out. I was watching the like live stream there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of in and out. So I watched it a couple different times.
They're a
But
fast skating team.
oh yeah, they are
They're
for
good.
sure.
Like they definitely kept Lakeshore on their heels and they won that game fair and square.
Also, so when they go up for the like tournament now, right now is what it's down to. If you go
Right.
to YouTube and you go to 519 Sports Online, you're going to be
Yep.
able to catch a live stream there for the whole Smalts Cup. So
That's awesome.
that will be on there. That was if you look at the what's the page Gary runs there.
Oh, the unofficial PJHL.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So they threw up the link on there to their YouTube channel. So just
Perfect. Yeah,
make
and
sure
check
you
out
subscribe to that.
Gary
Yeah.
Baker too. Just Gary
Yes.
Baker. He
Yes.
posts everything. So
Gary is awesome when it comes to junior
yep.
C hockey. So
Yeah. Thank you, Gary.
so check out that page as well. Sutherland Cup, the Leamington Flyers are currently right now in the middle of a game 7. Last we checked, it was 2-0 Flyers.
Yep.
They were on the penalty kill. They're about halfway through the game right now, I believe, maybe a little more than half now. They're probably near the end of the second period, I'm going to assume.
End of the second, 2-0 Leamington
And it's
still
still
has it
two
now.
nothing Leamington. So
Yep.
hopefully those boys can hold on and bring home the Sutherland Cup, so that would be nice too.
Yep.
Come
Both
on,
goals
Dale.
were scored by
Come on, boys. Both of
both
them,
goals were
Connor.
scored by Connor
He's a
McPherson.
fucking, he's a absolute stud. He's definitely got to, we got to get those boys on the pod here.
He's NHL. He's listed in the NHL Central Scouting
That's
Data Bank,
nuts.
top
That's
200. So with his
crazy,
brother. I
man.
think his brother's just outside the top 200, Ryan. But both of them just. You want to talk about like
I thought at one
okay,
point one of them was like 160 and one of them was like 130. I thought. Did they drop?
really?
Well, yeah, I
Maybe that
thought
was North
maybe like,
American,
oh, maybe.
just North America.
Yeah, you're probably
I'm
right.
talking like everybody. One of them was in the early 200s, which means like sixth or seventh round. Which still to
You're
be
still,
drafted from a junior B league to the NHL, like that's you got to be really freaking good.
yeah.
Well, I'll say this: Connor McPherson, we are not worthy. Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh! So I went and watched. I went and watched a game live. It would have been game 5 or 4,
Mhm.
game 4, because they took a 3-1 series lead. Um, oh my lord! First goal of the game. We're like, I don't know, it was 3 or 4 minutes in. He gets all alone. It's a pass from I don't even know who it was. He got on for the line change and he was with two players who weren't even his line mates, I think, because he usually plays with his brother. He
Yeah.
took the pass in front, and I'm like, oh, he's a pure goal scorer, so he's gonna whatever. He's gonna go backhand shelf or something. Nope, just completely like pulls the like undresses the goalie, and then goes between the legs, bar
Mhm.
down. It was filthy. Like to be in
Oh,
that
I
arena
think I
was
seen
awesome.
that. I think I
Oh,
seen the video.
it was nasty. Everyone in the arena is like going nuts. They got the
Everybody's
best
probably,
goal scorer in the
oh,
league. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, that was gross." My grandpa, he loves it. He
oh
like
yeah,
he's like he's never seen someone do that in his life, and he's like, "That kid's incredible." Like, holy
yeah.
smokes.
Well, hopefully he gets picked.
I hope so.
I'm sure
He's
he will
you
if
know
it's
what I
sixth
hate?
round or
I
seventh
hate
round.
when there's guys who are talented like this in leagues and they get passed over because some guy in the 7th round happens to be the son of the head scout,
Or he's giving
and
him double
he
wristers. The
plays
fucking
yeah, he
yeah,
plays high school in the US and he gets drafted. Like,
yeah.
come on. Meanwhile, there's talented kids who get passed over because oh, whatever, they're under 5'10", so there's risk. Or maybe they have a delay game, maybe they're not as fast or something like that. Like
Hmm.
it's ridiculous. I feel bad these guys who are limited because of one trait, whether that be they're not related to someone, i.e. the nepotism factor, or the fact that they're too small or lacking in one area, meanwhile they're dominant in others. Therefore they
Hmm.
fall down rankings. So yeah, hopefully both of them get selected.
Did
That'd
they
be a great
say
story.
is there any team that did they say, like did they say anything down that far as to what team they could possibly be picked by, or
Uh no.
so it's
I
just
think
gonna
it's
be
pretty
a
much
kind of
open.
yeah.
Um Whoever has local scouts. So I know personally, I know Montreal has scouts around here, for the Windsor area. So does Dallas. Um, I would assume Detroit would.
Yeah,
But
you
then
would think
again,
so.
Detroit hasn't really picked any Windsor-born people I can think of other than Aaron Ward, which was a long time ago.
Hmm.
Um, well, Darren McCarty.
Of course, yeah.
Sorry, Darren,
But
but
that's a long time ago too, though.
yeah. I think him and Aaron might have been in the same draft. No, no, Darren
I'm
would be.
not
Oh,
sure.
yeah, I think so.
Probably,
I want to say,
probably,
yeah,
yeah.
I think they're both what, 48, 49,
Hmm.
right around there. Anyway, just yeah, we'll see. I hope one of those. Well, I hope both boys get taken, but if one of them can and then the other, maybe it's never you're never counted out once. Like the draft isn't the be all and end all.
Hmm.
There's been plenty of successful guys who went undrafted.
Hmm.
Like obviously they're Russian, so it goes without saying to like say guys like Artemi Panarin, but like they're
Wasn't Marty St.
exceptions.
Louis undrafted?
Yep. Well, guess what? He's 5'6" on a good day.
Yeah,
That was part of the reason why. But
and
guess
was
what?
a sniper, Stanley Cup
Oh,
champion,
you ever
gold
see
medal.
the thighs on that guy?
I know he's a truck.
Good lord, he's got tree trunks for
Mhm.
legs.
And he's still got nasty hands too.
Speaking of draft, the NHL draft lottery occurred
Yeah.
last night at 8 p.m. And let me just say this. There could not have been
Oh, it was so
a
bad.
number one more boring lottery, and number two, one that would have pissed me off more than what occurred.
That was how you really feel.
Okay, I will. Um, the team that in these past 2 years it has come out that their video coach, forget his name at this point, whatever, it's useless to even say it,
Mhm.
assaulted sexually Kyle Beach, who would have been 20 years old at the time, back on the Chicago Blackhawks Cup run, which they eventually won a cup that year. I want to say it was 20, was it 2010 or 2015?
I feel like it was 15.
Or maybe it was 13 because they won three anyway.
Yeah.
It was regardless, it was ridiculous. This guy was literally blackmailing this young man into performing acts that obviously he wanted no part of. And guess what? Chicago covered the whole thing up, paid the guy off for so many years. Everyone, as far as we know,
Mhm.
you can take it at face value that the entire team cleaned house of who would have been involved or covering it up. So guys like Joel Quenville, who would have known about it, let it slide. Their GM Stan Bowman, he got the boot. Like all these guys, including players,
Mhm.
it was widely known that the players knew of it too, and it was a thing in the locker room that just went unsaid, or even sometimes Beach testimonies says that people teased him for it,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was a tough
ridiculous.
watch.
Yeah, well, guess what? That team, the Chicago Blackhawks, who I'm happy for the fans, but terrible organization look as of right now, won the draft lottery. Let me lay something out for you, listeners. The Arizona Coyotes, 2 years ago during the COVID season, illegally scouted players physically, meaning they were there present, interviewing these people and testing them, whether it be through a combine, breath, like, the breathe intake tests for endurance and such. Illegally did that. They were stripped of their first 3 rounds of picks that year for illegally
For,
scouting
yeah.
players.
And
Okay,
they've been shit forever.
yeah, Chicago, who has won 3 Stanley Cups in the past 15 years, has for the most part been a dynasty because of that fact. You look at they were what? They were in the final four for how many years? Like it was either them or LA for I think 5 years straight. They receive Connor Bedard at number one, like a
Where did
gift on a platter, right? Oh, how convenient, right? You're gonna say it.
where did you want to see him go though?
Anywhere but Chicago.
But what if you could pick, and it's not, and obviously we're gonna say the Red Wings, but I mean
Well,
like if you
I
could
mean,
pick
well, here take this into consideration.
something realistic.
Yeah, the Wings have finished, I think, in the bottom five. I forget where I was reading it, whatever it is in the past since the draft lottery was invented and all this stuff. The Wings have fallen back or stayed put every year.
Yeah.
Every year. Like like it's bad. It's bad if you look at how many spaces total the Wings have dropped. Like I can't even believe like especially the year where they were like had 17 wins, obviously COVID shortened season, but like and they fall to four, that can't happen.
When's the last time the Wings had a top three pick?
1986, I want to say.
And that would probably be Iserman, right?
No, no, Stevie Y was fourth overall in 82, I believe,
I can't believe he was even outside the
or
top
80,
three. Like,
83. And then I think before that they might have had a top three pick as well, and it was oh uh not Bart. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Danny Gare.
No, it was
Because I know
uh,
he was the last one to wear the C before Iserman did, wasn't it?
yep, yep. And I remember Reed Larson had the A for the longest time.
Fuck, we're going to the vault here.
Yeah, one sec. But anyway, who would you like to have seen aside from the Wings? Who do you think could have used him?
uh, Columbus. I would have liked to see him go there with Lee. That would have been cool.
Well, yeah, of course, our
Right?
fellow Lee.
Like Lee would have been sending us photos fucking skating with him all summer, laughing, saying this
Yeah.
kid's awesome.
Well,
But
yeah, he's you know what? Take notes, Shane Wright. I like listening to Connor Bedard interviews because he's like, well, you know what? It's more about team play and he's
super
saying all
humble
the right
guy.
things. Yeah, he's not. And guess what? He's like 20 times the player Shane Wright is. It's not
Oh,
even close. It's not even close.
you think?
And Shane Wright's like, yeah, I deserve to go first overall. Like, okay, cool, your Jets. And guess what? His Jets got cooled because he went fourth. But he also didn't have a 160 whatever point season in the
Yeah.
WHL after missing games. Like, come on.
Getting 30, getting 30, 40 freaking
John
over
Ogrodnik.
over one
That's who it
playoff series.
was.
And
Who
what
was
year was that?
and I believe that was the 81. He went second overall to the Wings. But
Had they ever
the
had a first overall pick?
yeah, 86.
Mhm.
And I'll look up who it was. I don't know if he ever was a impact
You
player.
know, I've talked to Paul Eisenbart on Facebook a couple times, eh?
Really?
I should try to get him on.
We should. I'd love to get him on.
I talked to him a couple times. I've talked to shit, who was the one? He was a Buffalo Sabre. Oh, Jason Daw. I've talked to him a couple times. He was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to get some of these guys on.
Oh, it was actually, you know who it was? Joey Murphy.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of the Red Wings and stuff, kind of shitty news.
mhm.
Peter Klima, did you see that?
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I am
So he was what, a former Red Wing, Oiler.
Yeah,
Um,
he played on so many teams. Like it's I hate that it seems like this past couple of years, like so many good players, well, not that good players is what matters, but players of all levels of play have been passing away.
mhm.
Like all these legends like Mike Bossy, Guy Lafleur,
So
Hall Senior, like
Bobby Hall. So
yeah.
Klima, aside from wearing the ugliest lid in the fucking league when he played, he actually scored a overtime goal, I believe, in the Boston Garden, and I think it was still to this day, it was the longest overtime game in the Stanley Cup Finals in league history. And I'm pretty sure that he was not supposed to be out on the ice. He hadn't played since the first period in that game, and and I think he got out there by mistake or whatever, and he ended up scoring the winning goal. So that was pretty crazy. So that was one thing I'll always remember about it. I mean, me being younger, like he played for the Red Wings. I want to say it was late '80s, early '90s,
Yeah,
probably.
I want to say it was late 80s. I want to say it was like 84 to 88.
Okay, yeah. So well, I would have only been
Just
three, but
just as they're coming out of the dead
yeah,
wing era.
I remember seeing him like with the Red Wings
Yeah.
very faintly, obviously, right? Because I was so
Yeah,
young,
he would
but
have been on the Red Wings at the same time as
as like Eisenbart, Gerard Gallant.
right, all those guys.
Yeah, that was that
John
was
Ogrognet.
yeah. So that was what when I was watching the Wings when I was younger, it was like Tim Cheveldae was playing net, and like it was like that. Like that's
Yeah.
how I know I'm really showing my age here,
No, that's good
but it's
because it shows you've lived through. See, both me
yeah,
and you
and
can
I've
share experience that grown up where the Wings kind of. Well, see, I've had more of a valley moment. You kind of started on the upswing, which was
yeah
good. You went through the rough years to start.
yeah I did.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of was up, and then now we're like back into
Yeah.
it
See,
again.
I
So
started when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I'm watching hockey on TV or whatever, and the Wings are dominant, right? They
yeah,
got those
you were
back-to-back
you
cup
were right
years.
up on a climb right away,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
rocket ship.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's part of the reason I became a Wings fan. Honestly, it was
Yeah.
kind of a bandwagoner, but I became a big like Pavel Datsuk fan, and
Well,
ever
yeah.
since I watched him, I was just like, man, and I
It's a
couldn't,
magic man.
I fell in love with the team, man. They're just a fun team to watch, and I love the way they played hockey, play it the right way. They're a very gentlemanly team too.
Mhm.
Like guys like Zetterberg and Datsuk, just good for the hockey world, and just good people in general. Which they're definitely gems of the game.
You
But
want how I actually picked my team was like how I picked the Red Wings was I was just watching a game and they were playing on the road. Back then when you played on the road you wore the red jerseys.
right,
Well, red was my favorite color.
nice.
So that's how we were watching, and I'm pretty sure it might have even been a Wings and Leafs game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, "Oh, the fucking red team or whatever." And then I just honestly I've liked them ever since. All because I picked them because of their jerseys.
That's beauty. Yeah, I know.
So,
To be fair, yeah, obviously I like the colors too. Like they got the greatest logo in the NHL. But going back to your question, I guess I never answered it. If I wanted to see Bedard go somewhere, I think one team that's been robbed of ever having a generational talent on their team is San Jose.
yes.
I'll give you Joe Thornton and Joe Pavelski. Like they were great players,
Mhm.
obviously, but and Patrick Marleau. But you look at a guy like Connor Bedard, like he could really turn the franchise around. Like they need a piece like that. Other teams, they have the pieces to be competitive going forward.
Yeah.
San Jose doesn't really yet, and I thought it would have been nice to see them get honored for that. But as you said, Columbus. But then again, Columbus already has the pieces. Like
Mhm.
they'll be fine with third overall. And speaking of which, you see the error they had there, the little mess up.
Yeah, with the fucking third pick or whatever, they didn't
Yeah.
even really announce Columbus.
Well, yeah, they just announced it before the card was even pulled.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it was stupid. The way they do it is so fucked up.
Yeah, you ever wonder why they don't show the balls being pulled out? Like, yeah, there you go.
That's what they need to do
Clip
on
that
live
one, everybody
TV.
who's
That's
listening.
what they
But
need to do. That's what they
anyway,
need to do on live TV, the balls.
yeah, no, literally. But the thing is, they don't even show the GMs that until after.
Mhm.
Isn't that a little suspect?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's Uncle
Like,
Gary.
oh, how convenient. Now we know the draft order. Now let's show these ping pong balls being drawn out in that order. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, it's
anyway, it
fucked.
was I don't know. But
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see
everyone.
how it
So
all goes down.
yeah, for everyone who's listening, basically what happened was, like I said, really boring. Everyone stayed the same in the draft order list except for Columbus, who fell a spot, and Anaheim, who fell a spot, and
Everybody else kind of stayed put, right?
right, and then yeah, the Hawks jumped up to first, which we should have seen it coming. Like, let's be real. That was the result we didn't want, so what happened? Of course.
Mhm.
Moving along, we've got a very tantalizing playoff series going on all across the league. It seems that every night you're going to
Yeah.
get 6 or 7 goals at least. So,
So we're down to our final 8 teams.
yep,
Series have been fairly interesting for the most part so
yep.
far. Should we just do it right away? Just get this fucking Leafs and Florida series over with.
Yeah,
First of
sure.
all, from last round into this round here with Florida,
Yeah.
the big guys are non-existent.
Yeah, no.
Between the big four, there's one assist between the big four.
In
And
what, like the last 7 games or
and
something? What
and
was
the
it?
last in this series. In 3 games, there's one assist between those four.
Yeah, but I thought it was even longer. I
Well,
thought it
no,
went back
last
to like
series. Well, they could have, but last series,
Tavares had 1 goal in like the last 7 games or something.
I'll
Obviously, it
give
was
it
the
to
big
them
goal, but
though. Yes, but a lot of the big guys last series showed up. That's what I think pushed them past with amazing
yeah,
goaltending. Samsonov was unreal in that series. I thought he was
yeah.
pretty good.
I mean,
So
unfortunately, he's kind of gone to
now,
sleep, and now
now,
he's
yeah,
hurt.
now he's
So
hurt. So they are. I mean, just taking an ass kicking right now. The big guys aren't firing. They're fucking
Florida is the
look
best.
flat.
I think they're
Florida
the best
looks
for the cup odds right now.
yes,
Isn't it plus
they are.
350 or something?
So think about it. Florida has a 6-game win streak right now going in the playoffs. They were down 3-1, came back against Boston, won 3 straight. Now they're up 3-0 against Toronto.
Mm.
Just total domination. What goaltending they're getting right now?
Officer
Oh,
Bobrovsky.
he's
on the case.
he is out of his mind right now.
Yeah, as Jay Henry would say. But
And I will say to Kachuk right now is he's going to be in the running for the Conn Smythe if they win it 100%.
yeah, I honestly, as of now, I'm giving it to Bob. But
Yeah. It's going to be
although Carter Verhaeghe,
yes, he's
that
been
boy
good
scored
too.
some big goals.
But it's going to be between Chucky and Bob, like flip a coin for the when it comes to the Conn Smythe. If they keep up at this rate between like because they're looking pretty fucking good right now, and I don't know,
yeah,
like obviously, like do you think Toronto's going to win a game in this series?
we'll see.
I don't know. The way shit better improve real quick.
I
So
mean,
what?
I'll give it to that Wool kid. He came in pretty early the other night, and I thought he did a good job. Like the Leafs wasted a good performance from that backup goalie. Like he was thrust into a tough spot,
Yeah,
and
he was. I think Wool's his last name.
yeah, Joseph Wool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Wall? Is it Wool?
It's
that how you say it?
Wall. It's Wall, but with an O. It's
Okay.
Wall. Joseph Wall.
If that
Yeah.
makes sense, but
He's got a brick wall on
Yeah.
his mask. It's pretty cool.
But he
and you're a goalie, so brick wall, like
for him like coming in, I thought he actually did a pretty good job. The overtime goal there the other night.
mm-hmm. Oh, he completely lost it. He didn't even
But
know
he
where
was
it was.
no, but he was that guy was just skating around like no one fucking hit that guy. He was just skating around with the puck. It was 1-on-5 at a point in time.
Yeah, it
And
was
they
bad.
just watched
There
him
was
puck it in the
literally
net,
there was
like-
literally I think there was like 4 guys from Florida on the ice at the time. They were mid-line change. It was literally Verhaeghe on the ice with Reinhardt.
What do you think happens if the Leafs get knocked off here? Kyle Dubas by
I'm gonna say the first thing.
Keith gone.
I'm gonna say the first thing for Leafs Nation and all the people who want to jump on throats. I do not believe Kyle Dubas is the problem.
No, he's given them all the
This
pieces.
man has done everything he can. He got them like at discount values. He got Ryan O'Reilly, Noel Achari, like so many fantastic pieces, and he's kept them good. Drafted Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes was a 2nd-round pick. People forget that. The Leafs didn't have a 1st-round pick that year.
He addressed the bottom 6 good. Like amazingly, he dressed the bottom 6 very well.
Their decor, he picked up like I think the guy had a goal the other night. Yeah, Eric Gustafson.
Yeah,
good guy. Like he's picked up.
I still think they need an upgrade in that.
Well, here's the thing too. The people who try and say like, oh, well, he signed all these contracts. Like, listen, you have to overpay for your stars. That's a reality everyone needs to face. You're not going to like it. You're not going to get all your stars cheap. Not everyone's Tampa Bay where they lock up these guys long-term, short, like with low pay cuts and stuff. The thing is, this is what their value was at the time of their signing. Like Austin Matthews coming off a 60-goal season. What do you want Dubas to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But he's only got 1 year left. Like next year is the last year on his deal. Like you're looking, he needs to sign an extension this summer.
Yeah.
You're not letting him go in the next year on his last year of his deal, are you? Because think about it, all the power kind of goes to him if you do that.
We'll see. As of right now,
if he's not signed by the deadline, I say trade him.
Possibly, but I will say this. Toronto could play it very smart here. Kyle Dubas, especially if they keep him. If I'm getting rid of anyone, I'm getting rid of Sheldon Keefe. Like he doesn't know how to deploy these guys in a way that they're gonna wake up. He doesn't know how to light a fire under them. Like it seems like no coach has been able to do that. Even like a hard case like Mike Babcock, they just I don't know. But anyway, yeah. When it comes to Matthews, I think they should wait. If I'm being completely honest, you know why? If Toronto decides to go through a mini retool after this year, say they drop Nylander like a hot potato, right? Because let's be honest, that guy's compete value is absolutely zero. Yeah, you can score 80 points playing with the best line in the league, but guy goes to sleep in the playoffs a lot. Not necessarily in scoring, I'll give him that, but when it comes to physicality,
He's a pussy.
yeah, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but I appreciate
Sleeps with his. Okay, fine. Here,
your colorfulness is nice though, I
I'll put.
guess.
Yeah, I'm very colorful about it.
Yeah,
Here, I'll be nice about it. He sleeps with his bed in the center of the room because he's scared to go into the corners. Let's leave it at that,
that's a good
okay?
one. I've never heard that one before, but
There you go.
but
Feel free to use that one.
I will. No, he's just yeah, like you said, he's pretty much a wimp, and I mean, the one thing they just I don't understand is Sheldon Keefe playing like obviously he's benched him recently, but like playing Justin Hull, he left Justin Hull in way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy doesn't even belong in the
Oh, he
NHL.
was getting fucking lit up.
Wasn't he like -7 after the first 5 games? It was bad
Yeah,
of the
he was.
first series. Like,
He no, the out of the first series, he was on the ice for like 14 of 19 goals or something like that.
well, here's another thing.
Throwing
Um,
pizzas.
yeah, here's another thing. The Leafs in their past 9 playoff games, I think it's now. No, it is 9. I think
Zero.
0 regulation wins. Is that what it was, or is it
I think
1?
so.
It's 1, I think. Yeah,
I
because
think
they had
it's
that big
one.
win over Tampa
Yes.
in Game 2. So it's 1 regulation win. Think about that.
Dude, these guys need to fucking like, do you think Toronto can come back from this?
No,
Do you
they
think they're gonna
cannot.
win a game?
Matthew Kachuk said it best. Going into Game 4, there's no pressure on us.
Hmm. What if we get a like Florida Seattle like final or some shit?
I I wouldn't even watch that.
But like, you know what I mean?
I don't even know who I'd cheer for at that point. Honestly, I don't mind
Florida.
Seattle.
I would want Florida to win.
I'd cheer
Chucky.
for Florida. They got Aaron Ekblad who's from Bell River,
Yeah.
but I'd love to see Dallas win still. Like they got a lot of Windsor guys there. Wyatt Johnston, former Windsor Spitfire. Peter DeBoer, he's from
Hmm.
Windsor. Um,
Our buddy that's gonna come on here soon.
yep.
So
That's our secret guest who will come
in
on.
our back pocket, current NHLer.
Hopefully not for a while. It'd be nice
Yes.
if the
Hopefully
Leafs
we
can,
don't see him for
or
a bit.
hopefully the
But
Stars can go on a
mhm.
deep
Is
deep
he in this
run.
area at all, or do you just been shooting the shit with him on
No,
online?
I talked with him online. He is, I'll give a hint to everybody. This player actually played at every level from junior C up. So to all you junior C players out there who are young and want a shot, like the 16-year-olds, it's possible. Like I believe he went junior C, then junior B. If anyone's curious, the junior B or junior C team he played for was the Georgina Ice. And then he ended up going college, stateside, I think Ohio State. And then got signed by the Stars.
Mhm.
And here's another trivia. It'll kind of give it away if you choose to go looking for it, but he scored the first goal of the 2020 Stanley Cup final.
No shit, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty nasty snipe too, if
yeah.
anyone wants to look it up. But
We'll have,
moving right along,
we'll have to check that
you
out.
want to who else we got in the East? We got this crazy series between the Devils and the Canes.
Yes, but right now,
Oh my lord, what is it at
so
now?
the series going into tonight, it was 2-1 Carolina.
Right.
They're just laying the wins aren't close games. They're laying the boots to each other. So game 1, 5-1 Carolina. Game 2, 6-1 Carolina. Game 3, 8-4 New Jersey. Now they're currently playing game 5 right now. It is currently 5-1 Carolina. So they're about to take a 3-1 series lead.
Oh, it's 5-1 Carolina. They
Yes.
must have, or no, it's 6-1.
Oh, I got 5 up here on maybe if I refresh my page here.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm on NHL.com right now. That's why I
Oh,
was
okay.
wondering.
But yeah, I was just on the app, and by the way, it is now 3-0 for the Leamington Flyers.
Mm.
Talk about facing adversity.
How much time's left does it say?
8 minutes left in the third,
8 minutes. So we're
dun,
8 minutes
dun,
away
dun, dun,
here.
dun, it was Ryan McPherson this time, the other
Shocker.
twin.
So the boys just fucking their
They
backs are
put them
getting
on their
sore,
back.
fellas. Backs are getting sore, but you
Yep.
know what? Your back's gonna feel better when you're grabbing that Sutherland Cup after this game, hopefully here. So
Hey,
lock
keep
her
it.
in, fellas.
Talk
Lock
about
her in.
like I said, like they could have blown the series.
So I
They
felt
were
kind
up
of
three
bad.
one.
I felt like I kind of mushed them because I was talking to Dale, their coach,
Yeah,
when it was 3-1 series lead, and I was
yeah.
like, let's go end this shit now.
Yeah.
Like let's get this over with. Bring that cup home. Let's go. So we shot the shit. I wish them luck, obviously, and stuff like that. And then they were in one, right? So but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll talk about that maybe at the end of the show. Hopefully, we have a final by the time we're off the air here. So keep going, boys.
Yep.
So yeah, so this series has been complete total domination by Carolina.
Well, not
Carolina is
necessarily
just
though. Game
well,
two was 8-4 for the Devils.
game three was eight to
Game
four
three,
for the
my bad.
Devils. But still, look at the wins, man. 5-1, 6-1. Now they're up 6-1.
Yeah, but what didn't they give up like randomly like three shorthanded goals in that game three? It was rough.
They
I
did. It
watched
was
that
a
game and
rough
I was
one.
like,
Yeah,
but everyone's allowed a bad game, right?
yeah.
So
I'll take 1 out of 4 bad and walk away with a 3-1
I
series
think the
lead.
Canes are gonna have a pretty easy walk out of that East. I
Yeah,
think they're gonna give Florida a
I don't
pretty
know.
bad
As of
beatdown.
what I've seen from Florida, though, I don't count them out of anything.
I think Florida personally, I think Florida's gonna hit a wall. If they can do this to the Devils. The Devils are just a better team of what Florida is.
Yeah, true.
So
You're right there.
they're a high flying scoring team who
Mhm.
relies very little on defense and has a good goalie who saves the
So,
bacon a lot. So
so we think Carolina is coming out of that series,
I think
obviously, right?
I think Carolina, yeah, Carolina. I mean, don't count the Devils out. They were also
No.
down, or no, sorry, they were down 2-0 in a series. Battle back. We'll see.
Yeah, but you're also going to be now down 3-1 going back to Carolina for game 5, where they do not fucking lose at home. Right?
Look out! Look out! The storm surge.
Yeah. So good luck.
Yeah,
they're in one. I'm gonna say Carolina ends it in 5 there, but
most
we'll
likely.
see.
On
We'll
this,
hop over to the West. The team that's kind of shocked me the most so far in these Stanley Cup playoffs is the Kraken, obviously, right? It's just been
yeah,
so
they
weird.
they gave
Right.
the Stars a pretty bad licking on their home ice, or well, on Seattle's home ice. That was a rough game to watch. Cheering for the Stars in these playoffs,
Was
but
that was that game 3 there on
yeah,
Sunday where they
uh,
lost 7-2?
it was Jake Ottinger fell apart in net, which he's kind of been the Stars' saving
Mhm.
grace thus far. He hasn't been challenged too much, but when he is, he's there to pretty
But
much
Dallas
rob
doesn't
them.
really have they don't really have a 1A, 1B type situation. So I feel like they've been playing him a lot too. So he could be gassed.
That's possible. Yeah, I know their backup. Uh, I'll give them this. Their backup, I think, is kind of criminally underrated as a goalie, but
Mhm.
then again, he's also not ready for those prime time minutes in the sense of that's not really been his role across his career.
Mhm.
But I like him. Scott
Mhm.
Wedgewall. He's really, really talented goalie. I think it gets criminally underrated, but we'll see if they rest um him. But then again, I don't think that's wise because you don't want to be staring down the face of a 3-1
No,
series. So
no.
I'd keep Ottinger in
Yeah, I
because
would too. And
he's been known to make. He always
game,
has a bounce back
yeah,
game. He's like Vasi, like
yeah. Game 4 is actually getting ready to start right now as we speak.
perfect. Yep, I'm gonna tune that on
Yeah,
once we get off here. But
we're definitely gonna do that. Last
yeah,
series, Vegas Oilers.
is it two to
This
one Vegas now, or is it
It
two to
is two
one?
to one Vegas now.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Um,
I'll say Oilers in 6
think so.
or 7. Yeah, I have faith in the Oilers. I have faith in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Good lord, you want to talk about putting a team on their back?
Oh, Connor looks like he's on a mission right now. Like you could just see it in his eyes. I've
I
never
forget who it
seen this.
was. Someone the other
Like
night, he
Leon
absolutely
too.
broke
Leon
his
too has been on an absolute tear.
Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, what does he have? Like 15 goals right now?
Oh, it's insane. what he's
Yeah,
doing right now.
it is insane.
Actually, yeah, let's check that out.
I want to say that he has 15 goals, or maybe it's 16 now. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Okay, sorry, 13 goals.
But still,
Well, but still, that's 13 goals in.
9 games. Yes,
Yeah.
13 goals, 4 assists, 17 points. He's +4 in 9 playoff games.
I will say this, though. Shout out to Mikko Rantanen. I'm looking here at even though he lost first round in 6 games, or 7 games, 7 goals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something to look forward to for next year, Avs fans. I mean,
Yeah.
Mikko. But unfortunately, in other Avs news,
Mm-hmm.
we found out that Gabe
Real,
Landeskog.
yes. Real quick though, who do
Oh,
you
okay.
got on this series? You got Vegas or do you got Edmonton?
I said Edmonton in
Oh,
six or
sorry,
seven,
bro.
but no,
Edmonton.
no, no,
Okay.
you're good, you're good. What
I'm
do you
I'm
think?
going Edmonton in 7.
Okay.
I think it's definitely gonna go the distance. It's been too back and forth.
Yeah, like I mean, you never know. If they give a couple of glizzies to fill the thrill, look
Yeah.
out.
What seems to be the weird thing in these Stanley Cup playoffs too is a lot of the road teams are winning. Like the road teams had the better record for a little while there. I'm not sure if it's the same,
Yeah.
but I know it because I was like but there was one point where like it was a big difference where it was like road teams were like 19 and 11 or something like that. It was something crazy like that, but I was like, holy shit. So the only ones who were winning on home ice was probably the Hurricanes. Like
Carolina, man.
they just can't lose at home.
I don't know
Um,
why. I don't know why I doubted him.
mhm,
Well, I'll tell you why I doubted him. All year, if anyone was listening through our past episodes, when we would discuss who's winning the cup, I would say Carolina. Um, I soured on them as soon as Svechnikov got hurt because he's such a big part of that offense. But
mhm.
I should have remembered that with Rod the Bod behind the bench, like their systems
So would you still pick them at this point?
right now, I immediately regretted putting what I am because I always end up going biased and then I always end up picking Dallas. But whatever. I mean, it's fair. Dallas is a good team, and
Mhm,
I still think they have a good shot at making the Cup Finals if they get past Seattle. Which
mhm,
Seattle, they're playing the spoilers, man.
mhm.
But yeah, I think Carolina has the best shot right now.
I'm riding Edmonton.
We'll see. Like I said, Edmonton's streaky. You never know with them. You never know.
So what you were about to say,
Yes, yeah.
Landeskog.
Gabriel Landeskog underwent successful knee transplant, or he's going to next week. Either way, he's gone for the entire 2023-2024 regular season. I don't know whether or not that includes the postseason. I'll go ahead and assume yes.
Mhm,
Um, but unfortunately, this looks to be, if not the end, very close to it for Gabriel Landeskog and the Colorado Avalanche connection. Unfortunately, may have to retire.
mhm.
Like knee cartilage transplant surgery.
Now
That
you said
sounds
there
like
was a few back in the day that had it, right? You said like Mike
yeah.
Bossy
I
had it,
think I
and you
think
said
Bobby
Bobby
Orr, like
Orr.
they both had that cartilage surgery or some sort of a cartilage repair in the knee. Where just so many years of skating, right? Especially with power skaters like guys like Mike Bossy, Bobby Orr.
Mhm.
It wears on you.
Could they maybe, because obviously medicine now is obviously a lot different from when those guys had surgery. Is there any
Right.
way possible that he could play, or is he only going to miss a year, or is it like,
So I have heard of this. It's becoming more and more popular. It was really popularized by guys who were actors or bodybuilders later in life. Stem cell treatment. I know they do it in the United States, and it's basically they have harvested stem cells that they inject directly into whatever tissue needs repairing or healing or strengthening, whether it's degradation by age, injury, whatever it is. And if anyone who's listening knows, stem cells, they're basically what the body uses to repair and grow. Like when a fetus is in the womb, a baby, they're littered with stem cells. That's literally how we grow so rapidly at that pace compared to the rest of our lives, is because we're saturated with stem cells from the placenta. And
Mhm.
basically, what the stem cell does is it repairs the tissue or creates new tissue biologically internally. So we need Dr. Marco on here to help us out with this one. But
Yeah, we do. He's a little busy though.
oh yeah, he
But
is.
yeah, man. So hopefully he can come back and play at some point, but it's not
Yeah, for
looking good.
sure. I hope for my sake too, because I always liked Gabriel Landeskog. I thought he was one of the best captains in the NHL. Like he's a really good leader, and
Mhm.
I think he was. I want to say he's the youngest captain named ever. No,
One of them, yeah.
I want to say he is the youngest. Let me just fact check that on.
Yeah.
But do you have any other topics you want to talk on, or
Did you see what did you think about the two things.
okay?
The play on Nyes that essentially put him out for 2 to 3 games there. Did you
Yeah.
think it was meant or they got mixed up? Yeah, it's obviously it's the playoffs. He's gonna ragdoll him a little bit, but
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive, and I'm surprised he didn't get like a
suspension
suspension.
worthy?
It was suspension worthy.
Think so?
He threw him down pretty violent.
What
Like
about
it was
what about
reminiscent of Tom Wilson, what he did to Artemi Panarin. Like it's
yeah,
pretty
kinda, yeah.
like he had
Except that
full
was like a
control.
melee though.
He had full control and chose to
He buried him.
yeah. So
What about the Michael Bunting cross check? 5,000 well spent.
yeah, I can't I don't like
He gave
bunting,
him
but
one in
I
the
thought that
fucking
one should have been a suspension
he
too.
gave him one in the side of the head and then a
That
nice
one
one
was
right on
pretty
the back after.
that one was pretty rough. That one should have been that was Sam Bennett, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you leaned into him. So the youngest captain is actually Connor McDavid. I did not know that.
He was the youngest ever to start the
Yeah, at
yeah.
19 years and 266 days.
Wow.
Wow, that's young. That's wow, that's
Your
kind of
age.
freaky. That might be literally how old I am today. I'm gonna have to check that after the show. But just doing some quick math in my head, that's pretty freaky.
Well, when's his
Um,
birthday?
that's true. Well, it doesn't apply though, because we don't know what time of the year it was handed out,
Mhm.
right? If we're assuming it's the
Well, it's
start of the
usually at the
season,
start of the year, so you're
that
probably
means his
like
birthday would be what, March, May, something like
yeah, I
that.
was gonna say it's usually probably September-ish or whatever, they'll kind of announce
Right.
that.
But
But yeah. Other than that, man, I don't really have anything else that you want to shoot the shit about. What about do we got an update on Leamington yet? Because I know we're kind of waiting on that.
I believe it is still 4-0 Leamington. Let's go with a
Yeah,
minute 40 left.
minute and 40. So the cup's
Woohoo!
coming home.
Sutherland Cup champs, baby.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. Congratulations, you guys. You all rock.
fucking right. You guys made us sweat it out a little bit.
Yep, Bryce Walkarius gets looking to be a shutout as of right
Yeah.
now. If I just
So
jinxed it, sorry,
if
Bryce.
you,
But
oh fuck, if you did, oh, so maybe when we do that locker room series with them, maybe with the Sutherland Cup will be present.
we'll see. We'll have to talk to our good friend Mr. Mitchell. But
Yeah, for sure. So Dale's all. So once they're done and everything, and everything kind of settles down for them, then we're gonna go in there and shoot the shit with those guys.
and yeah, that's awesome. But I also do want to correct myself. So yeah, Gabe Landeskog was the youngest before McDavid,
Mhm.
but that's of current NHL clubs. Uh, the youngest ever actually was Brian Bellows for the Minnesota North Stars
Wow.
in 1984. He was named captain at 19 years and 131 days.
Wow.
Imagine being 19 and they're just like, yeah, we want you to lead a bunch of like 35-year-olds.
Here you go, kid. You're the face of the franchise. Like what?
Like, yeah, you have to control this locker room of guys who are almost twice your age. In some cases, they are twice your age.
like me and you,
Uh, like,
like us.
yeah, and actually 84, that would have been
I was born in 85.
84 might have been the year that,
The Tigers won the World Series.
well, that, yeah, it was, but I was gonna say Mike Modano might have broke the junior record at the time for the U.S. program.
Mhm.
I think so, and then he was drafted 2 years later. But anyway, yeah. So Brian Bellows. There's a random fun fact for anyone who's listening. I did not know that because
Fun
I always knew of
facts.
Landeskog, and then I guess obviously Sidney Crosby at the time, but that's long since passed. But Brian Bellows,
There you
who would have
go.
guessed?
Bam.
Anyhow,
Yeah, that's all. That's all I got, brother.
that's all I got as
It's been
well.
a bit, man, but now we hopefully, like I said, we have interviews lined up, but a lot of them are still like playing.
Yeah, a lot of them are still going deep in the playoffs. So
and stuff like that. So I'm gonna actually, like I said, I'm gonna line up a couple of those other guys too that I've been shooting the shit with, see if we can get some of those
yeah,
guys
of
back
course, I'd
on
love
with
to get
us.
some more NHL guys on here. But we love all the junior boys too.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
for
and you
sure.
guys seem to love the junior people as well.
Yeah.
The views show it. We
Mm,
appreciate
and
all what you guys do for us.
mhm,
Again, it's what we do is for you. It's not for us. So
and
thank you,
guys,
fans.
feel free, smash that link on our post, bring you right into our merch store. Bam, you
Yeah,
can get a hat. Bam,
you
you
get a
can get a
shirt.
shirt. We're gonna come up with a whole new line as well
What's that
of
you're wearing
t-shirts.
there?
This is our old one. This is the wagon shirt, buddy. You like that one?
Yeah, I've never seen that one, but
You like that, eh?
yeah, it's a nice
So
little design.
I have that one, but yeah. So I would like us, like I said, I would like us to come out with like a whole new line.
You're a tool.
We have to do a toolbox shirt. Like,
Dude, I want to get like quotations like because you're a tool and then
yeah.
like Darren McCarty 2023 or 2022 or whatever.
Thinks he's so fucking funny. But
Because he is.
yeah, he is pretty funny guy.
I love D-Mac. But yeah, so
So look
that's
for a shirt. So once I can get Tristan on these for us to because
listen,
Tristan's like crazy with
I'm always
editing
just
and
thinking, all right. I'm cooking something up. Let me
you're
cook.
you're the artsy guy though. I'm not.
I try to be. Yeah, I love design and all that stuff. So hopefully the creative side can get another W here.
I'm gonna have to get your ass over here and we're gonna eat some food or something and make some shirts.
And it's official. Leamington Flyers are your
Sutherland
Sutherland
Cup
Cup
champions.
champions. 4-0 win.
Boom.
Woohoo! Woo!
Champion. Champions. So congrats, Leamington. Leamington's gonna be rocking. The whiskey's gonna be flowing. The fucking
Yeah,
OVs are
let's go
gonna
watch
be
that
cold.
parade.
The OVs are gonna be cold. Maybe
Let's
we
go
can
watch
do
the parade, man.
what? When do you think it'll be?
What, the parade?
Yeah, maybe we can vlog it.
Maybe Victoria Day or something? I don't know.
Hey, maybe we can. I can talk to Dale and we can go hang out and do a behind the scenes thing with them.
That'd be nice. I'll say this right now. Those McPherson boys. Hey, I got a picture with them. I'm gonna have to post that online after this. But
Put it up on the page.
yeah, for sure. No, those guys just
Beauties.
really nice kids. You want to talk about knowing hockey too? I love talking with them. Like I
Mhm.
saw them at the AAA Awesome Boys
Guys,
playoffs.
listen, listeners, it's coming. We're gonna interview. We're gonna interview them both at the same time.
Yeah, and they
Too,
said that's
so
never been done. They said they
yeah,
never had that. They've been interviewed separately every time.
yeah, but they're
So
willing to do it for us. So
yeah,
that's gonna be great. So look for that. Do you have anything else, or are we out of here?
that's all.
All right, everybody. Until next week, look for the interviews. Check us out. Smash the links on everything. Until next week, and Tristan, we're signing off. We're out of here.
See you later, everyone. Have a good day.
I lost my fight with time. My numbers up and up the line. I gaze at the darkness, so empty. Just looking for the light. Shout for help, but no one's there. Need a guiding hand, someone who cares. All alone in the darkness, I've realized for the first time I to say if I could do it all